Hi everyone, it's Daniel here. Today I'll be reviewing another Dire Straits album. Which one will it be? Well, I have reviewed the first four albums, so I'll leave a link to all of them in the description. And yeah, today, however, I'll be reviewing their fifth studio album, released in 1985, their most commercial album as well. And of course, I'm talking about Brothers in Arms. I know, what a great album. I love this album. I've done a Dire Straits album ranking, which I'll also leave a link to that in the description. This was very high on my list. It wasn't my favourite, but it was alright. I'll spoil it for you, because why not? It was a runner-up, so yeah. The album cover, I don't mind it, you know. I mean, that's the same guitar that Mark Knopfler played on Romeo and Juliet from Making Movies. That is a great album. I love that album. I mean, I just love Dire Straits in general. I quite like it. I don't know why they chose pink though. The pink text just kind of like, yeah, it's a bit hard to see. I don't know if that's just me, but I get it. The clouds are like sort of like more pink than white, but I don't know. But hey, don't worry about the album cover. Yeah, I don't think you should ever worry about the album cover. It's the music that's on the album that you should, you know, care more about. So yeah, so here's the front. Very nice. I like the dobro. I really want one of them, like, honestly. Also, I need to put strings on my guitar. Like, yeah, I got rid of them because they were old and yeah. But yeah, so that's the front. There's the spine. I got this from a charity shop for 50p. So yeah, and there's the back. Barely read it because of like the text. Even if I got this CD like brand new, I think I would still have the same issue. Yeah, released in 1985, remastered in 1996. Yeah, there's 9 tracks on this album, so yeah. The first 2 albums had 9 tracks, so it's kind of going back to that old format. Making Movies, you know, we had quite a few long tracks on that album. Love Over Gold, we had Telegraph Road, which was like nearly 40, like about just nearly 15 minutes, like just over 14, so yeah. Love Over Gold, I love that album, yeah, so yeah, check out my review for that. And yeah, so let's talk about all the tracks. So, first track we have is So Far Away, the album opener. What a breathtaking track, I love this track. Them sleigh bells, just that guitar lick, and that piano, I just think it's a great track. The chorus is really catchy, and yeah, just an amazing song. Also, interesting fact, the CD version is actually longer than the vinyl version. The vinyl version, most of the songs on side 1 are trimmed, cut down quite a bit. So yeah, So Far Away was one of the songs that was cut down. But yeah, I quite like the album version. You know, I just love this song. I think it's fantastic. Next track, Money for Nothing. Love this song. I mean, it's the most popular song, but it's popular for a reason. That guitar riff, like, come on. The album version is absolutely fantastic. You get some great drumming from Terry Williams, which, interestingly enough, this was the only album he performed on. He was on the Extended Dance Play EP as well. I had to look over there because I forgot the name. I was about to call it Twisting by the Pool, which that is one of the tracks on the EP, but yeah. But unfortunately, his sound on this album didn't really fit, you know, the music, so they hired Omar Hakim instead. But I'll talk about personnel a bit later. Money for Nothing, great track. That breathtaking intro with the drums, you know, absolutely intense. Love it. And then that guitar lick comes out of nowhere. It's just a fantastic song. I love the synclavier. That's, you know, also playing bass notes, you know, going dong. Really cool. That bass line's really cool. The drumming's great. The guitars are fantastic. The keyboards are just spot on. I mean, I believe this is the only Dire Straits album to use Yamaha DX keyboards. I think it's the Yamaha DX1, which was used. But yeah, absolutely fantastic track. I prefer the version that's on the CD version. Yeah, it's long, you know, it takes a while to build up, but it's definitely worth it. Of course, you've got Sting on backup vocals. Problematic lyric in the second verse, but, you know, yeah, I'm more bothered about the music more than the lyrics. But yeah, really catchy song in my opinion. The video, of course, is iconic. Don't care if it's like outdated because, yeah, the animation is nowhere near as good as like a film like Frozen or like Toy Story 4, for example. But yeah, great song. Definitely my favourite single from the album. And yeah, the next song is Walk of Life. Fantastic song. This song got me into Dire Straits. Absolutely catchy as heck. I love it. Just love this song. Definitely reminds me of Industrial Disease from the last album. He has that same synth sound. He's got an organ. It's quite fast paced. I mean, the video's, basically about sporting events and all that, which is pretty cool. I love this song. It brings back warm memories for me. So yeah. Next track is Your Latest Trick. Very jazzy, soulful song. I really like it. The Yamaha Dix one's really nice. I love the trumpet and the saxophone. Love how it builds up. Just an absolutely gorgeous track in my opinion. Great rock ballad and just amazing. I love it. I love this track. I believe the trumpet and the saxophone respectively were both played by the Brecker brothers, Randy and Michael. So yeah. Rest in peace to Michael as well, who passed away 15 years ago. So yeah, it's really sad. But yeah, also this album has session musicians, and I believe the first album didn't, the second album did. They had a keyboardist, I can't remember his name though. Third album they had Roy Britton on keyboards, mostly piano, just piano and organ actually, and they also had Sid McGuinness on guitar, but he was uncredited. Coincidentally, they also played on Peter Gabriel's second album, so I definitely need to buy that at some point. I've actually seen that, but yeah. And then Love Over Gold, we had who do we have? We just had I can't remember his name. Yeah, the guy on the Vibes on the last album also performed on this album as well, but we'll talk about that very soon. So yeah. Yeah, this album has quite a few session musicians, which is fair enough, and I'll talk more about that very soon. Next track, Why Worry. A lot of Dire Straits fans, they don't really like this song much, but I absolutely adore this song. Way more calmer song than say Your Latest Trick, for example. Absolutely gorgeous song. Mark's vocals absolutely beautiful. I mean, come on, at the end you got Tony Levin on the Chapman stick. That is, I know, I love Tony Levin. If you're a Peter Gabriel fan, then yeah, you'll definitely know Tony Levin is. So yeah, Why Worry is beautiful. I think it's great. The keyboard's pretty. Love the drums at the end. That Chapman stick just sounds really nice. And yeah, Tony Levin performed on this track because John Owsley, I believe he had an injury or something. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah. Why Worry is 8.5 minutes, but it's a nice track to, we're halfway through the album, we just need something to relax to, something nice, something not too sappy or, intense, just something chill, smooth, and just, yeah. Even the drums at the end are absolutely, smooth as heck, so, yeah. So that's side one. Side two, however, I think this side might be my favourite, I'm not sure, but yeah. Next track is Ride Across the River. Absolutely fantastic track, very percussive. I think it's just brilliant. The horns are fantastic. I think it's amazing. I just love everything about this song, the percussion, the synths, the flutes sounding synths, very cool. I mean, it's all thanks to the Yamaha DX1, DX7, I don't know, and the Synclavier, of course. So yeah, very cool song, very nice way to start off the album. A bit more, this album's very experimental, way more than the previous few albums. And yeah, this album kind of feels like a Love Over Gold Part 2, but not quite. Not as progressive. But yeah, still great. Next track though, however, is The Man's Too Strong. Do I like this song? Yes. Definitely reminds me of Private Investigations. Absolutely brilliant song, I love it. It's not exactly the same as Private Investigation, but it kind of does remind me. I mean, you've got Mark Knopfler on the acoustic guitar. You have this really heavy synth guitar played by Jack Sonny. Absolutely brilliant. This was the only track he ever played on any album, and of course this was the only album he was ever on. And he toured a lot with Dire Straits, and yeah, his music career was very short, but yeah. Unfortunately, we lost Jack Sonny last year, which is really sad, so rest in peace to Jack Sonny. Absolutely fantastic track, all of it. The piano just works really well with the track. I just love it, brilliant, love it. I love this track. Next track is One World. Absolutely love this song. You know, it's a bit of an odd one, but I love it. I think it works really well. It's sort of a funk song, actually. You have Neil Jason on the bass. He's slapping the bass this time. Of course, John Arsley couldn't play the bass because of his injury. Same reason as White Worry. They brought Neil Jason in to slap the bass. Absolutely killer bass line. Doom, 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 doom. Brilliant. Oh, I love the lyrics as well. The keyboards are great. You know, the guitar solos. Well, the guitar looks really cool. The drums, just everything about this song, brilliant. I love it. I love this song. And strangely enough, you know, the Police did a song called One World, but in brackets it was called One World in brackets, not three. That's still a great song as well, but the Dire Straits song, which is a completely different thing altogether, brilliant. Definitely the most funkiest Dire Straits song. If you love funk, if you love Level 42, some of this track definitely remind you of Level 42. And Neil Jason's also played with Roxy Music, which, funny enough, I'm not familiar with the band, but I saw this Top of the Pops performance where, it was just like the three main guys in the band. They didn't have a bass player or a drummer, so they brought in Tony Levin on the bass, and then they had Phil Gould from Level 42 on the drums, which I'll never imagine them two together, but smashing. And then to close off the album, we have the absolutely beautiful Brothers in Arms. Great track, I love it. Another slow track, but it's really nice. It's just a sweet song, I love it. I just think it's a great way to end off the album. And the video's like, I don't think I watched the video, but I definitely have to. But it looks really cool. Like, it's all like hand drawn, sort of like the Take On Me video by a-ha. But yeah, Brothers in Arms, great song, great way to end off the album. Beautiful, gorgeous title track, just amazing. I just love the keyboards, the guitars, Mark's vocals that were just like quiet but really nice. Definitely fits the atmosphere, you know. Quite an experimental and atmospheric album, you know. I don't know, it's kind of an up and down album, but it definitely works in my opinion. So yeah, this album definitely deserved to, sell well, go platinum, go number one in nearly every country. And yeah, I love this album. I really do. Let's open it up, which we already have. The disc, very nice. Definitely reminds me of the other two albums, except it's all blue because, of course, the album covers, pretty much all blue. Like, background-wise, very cool. I like the disc. I'll take it out and, hopefully you can see that. Very nice. Very satisfying disc. Of course, behind the disc we have all the remastered albums. Yes, I will get to On Every Street, don't worry. And I'm actually really nice to that album. I think everyone is, but it's just people think it's not as good as, nowhere near as iconic as the previous albums, which I can kind of agree, but yeah, it's just my taste, so yeah, very nice. I love the reflection on the dobro, very nice. Is it a dobro? Let me know in the comments. Inside we have an appreciation thingy from Robert Sandall this time, very nice. Very, very nice. 2020 vision, I want my MTV. Of course, Sting sings that, yeah. Reference to Don't Sound So Close to Me, which, they had to give Sting a songwriting credit. Sting wasn't bothered, but the record label was like, yeah, you need to give Sting a songwriting credit because, of course, Sting wrote most of the songs for the Police. They have lyrics for So Far Away, Brothers in Arms, Money for Nothing, which that symbol means that Sting co-wrote the song Walk of Life. Very nice. I actually prefer this, like having a black text with a blue background. I actually prefer this. Your Latest Trick, White Worry, Right Across the River, The Man's Too Strong, One World, and Brothers in Arms. Absolutely fantastic album. I love this album. We have the musicians as well. Mark Knopfler on guitars and vocals, Alan Clark on keyboards, Guy Fletcher on keyboards and vocals. Yeah, Alan Clark mostly played all the organs and pianos, and Guy Fletcher played all the Yamaha keyboards and like Stimps and stuff. Very nice. And yes, he is related to Mr. Tumble, so yeah. And yeah, his I believe it's his uncle. Yeah, it is his uncle because it's Justin Fletcher's dad. Yeah, Justin's father sung the theme song to Birth of the Children's Show, and his name's also Guy Fletcher, but yeah, not this Guy Fletcher. I thought it was a coincidence, but no, they actually are related. We have John Arsley on bass and vocals, but of course not on every track. We have Omar Hakim on all the drums, and we have Terry Williams on the drums on the intro for Money for Nothing only. It's a real shame. I'd love to hear like a different version of this album with Terry Williams drums, you know, with his drumming and whatnot. I think he's great. I mean, he played on Private Dancer by Tina Turner, so that's pretty cool. Produced by Mark Knopfler and Neil Dorfsman, engineered by Neil Dorfsman, assisted by Steve Jackson, Montserrat. Ignore me. Bruce Lampkov, David Greenberg at the Power Station. Recorded at Air Studios. Very nice. Design done by Sutton Cooper and Andrew Pruitt. Photography done by Deborah Feingold. Painted by Thomas Steyer. Remastered by Bob Ludwig at Masterdisc, New York. Special thanks to the following for helping to make the record. We have Michael Brecker on saxophone, Randy Brecker on trumpet, of course they're brothers. Malcolm Duncan, who's from the Average White Band, on saxophone. I believe it was he only played on the track Ride Across the River. Neil Jason on the bass on One World. Tony Levin on the Chapman stick on Why Worry. Jimmy Malin on percussion. Unfortunately, 3 years after this album came out, he passed away. Unfortunately, rest in peace to Jimmy Malin. He's also played with Peter Gabriel as well on his debut album. We have Mike Mainieri. I think that's how you say his name. Mike Mainieri. Yeah, that's how you say his name. Yeah, cool. We have him on Vibes. I believe it was only on the track Right Across the River, which he also played on Private Investigations and Love Over Gold, which of course were off Love Over Gold. We have Dave Plews. I can't remember what he did. Jack Sonny on the synth guitar on The Man's Too Strong, and we have Sting on backup vocals on Money for Nothing. Great personnel, absolutely fantastic. We have more people during the thanks part of the booklet. Eric Clapton's in there at the end. Very cool. MK Sting appears courtesy of A&M Records. Nice, great album. Thank you for watching, everyone. This has been my review of the Dire Straits album, Brothers in Arms, which of course came out in 1985. Made them really popular. This would have been their last album if On Every Street didn't, exist. But yeah, I'm happy that album exists as well. I think it's quite underappreciated, and we'll talk about that next time. So yeah, thanks once again, everyone. Let me know what you think of this album. Do you like this album? Is this album just annoying for you? Are you tired of hearing it? I'm sorry for bragging on about this album, why I love it and whatnot. To be fair, this is almost a perfect album, but yeah, that's just my opinion. Let me know your opinion in the comments. So yeah, take it easy, everyone, and I shall see you all next time in a bit, and peace. Bye.